Maple Ridge, the kind of American suburb where life was calm, safe, and utterly predictable. Families held weekend BBQs, kids played in manicured lawns, and neighbors competed fiercely for the Best Garden Award given annually by the all-powerful HOA committee. Everything was spotless. Everything was perfect. Except for house number 13. For years, House 13 stood like an eyesore on Maple Ridge Lane. Dark windows, crumbling porch, and an unkempt lawn that seemed to repel sunlight itself. The HOA had tried everything. Violation notices, fines, even legal threats, but the owner never replied. No one ever saw them. Some residents swore the house was empty. Others whispered that it was cursed. Then one summer afternoon things changed. A rusty, black van pulled into the driveway. A woman in a long gray coat stepped out. Her face was hidden under a wide-brimmed hat. Without a word or glance toward the curious neighbors peeking through curtains, she unlocked the door and disappeared inside. Within days, the house seemed different. The dead lawn turned green overnight. Strange flowers bloomed, dark purple and crimson, of a species no one recognized. Odd symbols appeared carved into the mailbox. The air felt heavier near House 13. The streetlights flickered without cause. And then came the whispers. At first, they were faint, a low murmur drifting down the street late at night. But soon, they grew louder, clear enough for anyone passing by to hear. Leave. Leave this place. Mrs. Kendricks from number 11 claimed she saw shadowy figures moving behind the windows at 3 a.m. Old Mr. Dillard from number 9 swore his dog refused to walk past the house, growling and barking furiously. Panic spread like wildfire. An emergency HOA meeting was called in the community center. Mr. Howard, the strict HOA president, slammed his fist on the table. This is unacceptable. House 13 is violating multiple HOA rules: unauthorized plant species, failure to maintain mailbox standards, suspected illegal modifications. But it feels dangerous, sir, whispered Linda from number 7. It's like the house is alive. Nervous murmurs filled the room. Then we'll investigate, Howard declared. Tonight. We'll confront this new resident and put an end to this nonsense. At midnight, armed with flashlights and steely nerves, Howard, Linda, and a few brave neighbors approached House 13. The door opened before they could knock. The gray-coated woman stood there, smiling. "I've been expecting you," she said softly. "Come in. See what you've been missing." Against their better judgment, they entered. The house was enormous inside, far larger than it appeared from the street. Endless halls stretched into darkness. Strange paintings lined the walls, portraits of people with hollow eyes and twisted smiles. The air smelled of old paper and earth. In the living room stood an ancient wooden table. Upon it lay a book, thick, leather-bound, covered in dust. The woman gestured. "This is the Book of Secrets. Every sin, every lie ever told in Maple Ridge is written here. Would you like to read yours?" Howard's face turned pale. What are you talking about?" "The HOA has hidden much over the years. Corruption, betrayal, greed. All recorded here. The house remembers. It watches." Suddenly, the book flipped open on its own. The pages filled with writing, names, dates, crimes. Linda gasped as she saw her own name listed beside, embezzlement of HOA funds. Howard's name was there too, accepting bribes for construction permits. "You can leave if you confess," the woman whispered. "But refuse, and the house will keep you." The walls creaked. Shadows lengthened. The neighbors turned to run, but the door had vanished. Trapped. Terror gripped them. The house groaned as if breathing. Doors appeared, then vanished. Hallways twisted into impossible angles. Linda grabbed the book, desperate to find a way out. Her eyes scanned the pages frantically. "There's a spell here. A way to cleanse the house," she cried. "But we have to confess. Everything, out loud. The house feeds on lies. Truth weakens it." Howard shook his head. "I won't. My reputation." Before he could finish, the floor beneath him cracked open. Black tendrils shot out, wrapping around his legs, pulling him into the darkness below. His screams echoed until they were cut short. Linda and the others began shouting their secrets. I stole HOA funds to pay my debts. I sabotaged the community garden contest. I lied about the noise complaints to get revenge. With every confession, the house shuddered violently. Paintings fell. Walls cracked. The strange flowers outside wilted to ash. But the woman in gray stood calm, smiling. You are cleansing yourselves. Very good, she whispered. But one final secret remains. She turned to Linda. Your son. He did not die in that accident. He was sacrificed. Right here. In House 13. By the original HOA founders to protect Maple Ridge from darkness. But their pact was broken when they lied. The protection failed. The house awoke. Linda collapsed, sobbing. The house screamed, a horrible, inhuman wail. And then, silence. The walls crumbled. The roof vanished into mist. The darkness lifted. They stood outside on the lawn, the sun rising over Maple Ridge. But House 13 was gone. Only bare earth remained. The HOA was never the same. Linda resigned, moving away forever. New rules were written, ones that warned against secrets, lies, and the curse of Maple Ridge. But sometimes, late at night, neighbors say they see a gray-coated woman standing at the empty lot, waiting for the next lie.